Welcome to the Making of a DM, the Nashville edition. This podcast show I'm about to explain to you today is going to be the difference between people that are struggling to just get by in business versus the folks that will flourish and print money on demand. I'm excited to share this with you today. It'll be quick, to the point, but very informative. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans, DM. This is a special podcast show today. I'm sitting here in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. My wife's here. My kiddos are here. Hanging out in the Four Seasons, downtown, in a pretty interesting area. Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. If you're brand new to the show, welcome to the Making of a DM. What does DM stand for? The deal maker, dream maker of your life. I'm a crazy guy, entrepreneur, been an entrepreneur my entire life. And I've never had a W-2 job as an adult and never will. But I do want to tell you this is thank you so much to every listener here. I'm telling you, last week's show was absolutely insane. The response, the shares, the comments, the replies, like it's awesome to see because, guys, I got to be honest with you. I'm sitting over here. I'm traveling right now with the fam. And you might hear some kids in the background. So if you do, they got them over in the other room kind of doing their thing. But I want you to know is sometimes I'm like, dude, am I just talking into a microphone for the hell of it? And we all feel that way sometimes, right? We're just doing a lot of work. We're not sure if anybody's paying attention. And I'm here because I want to be, not because I have to be. Obviously, it's free. But what's not free is your time. And I do respect that. And I do take that very serious. As well as mine, to be honest with you. My time is not free. I got a lot going on, good, bad, and everything in between. But I do want to say thank you for everyone that shares the show, that lets their friends know what's going on. I always say this, and I do this myself. If you hear something on one of these shows in the Making of a DM or any show for that matter, you know, there's a share link in there. Share it with a friend or two or three friends. Let them know like, hey, man, minute 28 really hit home. Check it out. Click here. And then they click and listen. And then they're like, wow, this guy's crazy, or wow, I don't like this guy. Either way, you shared it. And that's what it's about. So I appreciate that for everyone that does that and continues to do so. It means a lot to me. And if this show ever makes an impact, and feel free to message me privately on Instagram or shoot me an email, mark@markevansdm. Just let me know in the subject line, podcast show. And that means it would help me help you because we all get like, man, is this doing anything? I've been doing this over 3 years. And do a lot of shows weekly, and I just want to be valuable. I really do. So this will be a quicker show today, probably about 20 minutes or so, because it's an interesting topic for me, and it should be interesting to you as a business owner. But I sit here, I don't know about you, but do you ever feel like you work really hard, and you're like, dude, like I'm sharing to the market. It's something that can help them, but they're not making moves on it, and it's frustrating because like, dude, I know I can help people. But the thing is one thing we have to realize is we can't help people if they don't want to help themselves. You know what I mean? And I always think about the late Gary Halbert. If you've never read Gary Halbert letters you should go online and type in Google Gary Halbert letters. If you should always learn copy and marketing and sales. That's what we ultimately are in business owners. Sales 24/7, right? You got to sell yourself to get up and get going. You got to sell yourself to keep going. You got to sell your team. You got to sell the vision and the goals and the dream. You got to sell your vendors. You got to sell your private money lenders. You got to sell your whoever. You got to sell people 24/7. Once you get that, this game starts changing a lot. But I sit here and I always think about this acronym EVE. Let me say it again. The acronym is EVE. And what that stands for is education versus entertainment. If I ask you, and again, you guys are a different crowd than 99.9% of people, believe it or not. If I asked you how much you invest or spend yearly in entertainment, such as going to sporting events, TV, whatever if you buy a program to watch basketball or football, whatever it is, or go to the event or get a booth or get a hotel or get a trip. Like, for example, like I said, I'm sitting here in Nashville, Tennessee. The Morgan Wallen concert's going on. Over 3 nights, he sold 180,000 tickets, give or take. The average ticket price minimum, I think, is like $400, $450. I want you to put that in perspective. That's a lot of money. By the way, like 70-something million, maybe almost $80 million they grossed in 3 days. And think about that. This is entertainment. You got to know who you're selling to. I'm looking out here as I'm talking to you at the window at the Four Seasons, and Broadway is packed. There's people wasted, stumbling. They're here to be entertained. Now, I personally don't understand it because I'm not trying to escape my reality. And I'm not judging these people. I'm talking factual. I can tell you right now, most of these people have nothing going on in their life except misery. And they're here getting fucked up, running up a charge bill on their credit card that they can't afford to pay, drinking, drunked up, doped up, whatever. I don't care what you do, but I'm just saying, from my perspective, is it pisses me off because there's good people doing this. It's just they don't listen to the stuff like we're talking about right now. Education. How much money? Like, I met so many people. I was sitting in the lobby with the kids, and I'm just asking, like, hey, who are you here? Oh, yeah, man, I flew in from Canada. Hey, man, I flew in from Washington. Hey, man, I flew in from California. Hey, I flew in from... My wife came in. We went there specifically for this to meet Dina's sister and her sister-in-law. They stayed at a different hotel, by the way. And because it was a girls' thing, and me and the kids just kind of hopped down and stayed at a different hotel, like I said. And they flew in specifically for this concert, a couple-hour concert. I genuinely don't understand it at all because I don't go to concerts. I don't like big crowds. I love concerts. I just don't like the crowds at the concerts. Therefore, I don't go. So I just don't enjoy it. It's not fun to me. And it's like they're paying, say, $400 a ticket. And then they got the hotel room, $600 a night each. And then they got the flights to get there. And then several of them have to take off work. Dina doesn't have to, but the other ones do. And then they have to leave. Like, it's a 3-day thing, 4-day thing. This is thousands of dollars to be entertained. And again, just talking facts, my sister-in-laws don't spend any money, zero, for education. I remember, and still today, I invest all my money in education. I invest hundreds of thousands of dollars as I'm speaking to you right now, hundreds of thousands of dollars on highly paid education to learn and grow myself. I would fly across the world to sit down with a mentor to learn something specific that I was working on in a moment. I don't care who is singing, Drake, Morgan Wallen, Waylon, what, I don't even know who the fuck these people are, nor do I care. But if I enjoyed that, I wouldn't even, first, I don't even know their names, so I'm not dropping anything to go see them. But I don't understand the infatuation to be entertained for escapism. I want to learn how to be a better leader. I want to learn how to be a better tax preparer for my business, my life. I want to learn how to prepare my life so when I depart that the government doesn't get all my money, the government doesn't screw it up, the lawyers don't get all the money in the estate, and blah, blah, blah. Like, this takes education. This takes learning. This takes time. Now, I'm not excited to do it always, but I get excited about the outcome. My entertainment is me actually performing my effort to do the work to get the result I want. And as I walk around, I'm not the fittest guy in the world, but holy shit, what's going on with this world? When I walk around Nashville, down these streets, Broadway and all this, there's 400-pound girls packed in like a 200-pound sack. Their bellies are hanging out. Their ass is hanging out. And they think they look good. There's no way they truly think they look good. I might sound like a dick right now, but it's the truth. It shows you what's going on in their brain, or what's not going on, I should say. This is why I love talking to you guys. You guys are doers. You're learning. This is entertainment to you right now. When I take my walks every day, many miles, spend an hour to 2 hours a day, I'm listening to audiobooks to make me a better human. I'm listening to podcasts to make me a better human, just like this one. That's entertainment to me because I get excited because I realize where my flaws are, where I can improve at. what is possible. I get a different framework. I get a different way of thinking. That's my entertainment. I couldn't imagine hanging out with my kids with a t-shirt with some guys on it or girls on it, whatever, like, hey, I'm gonna go to a concert. Huh? No, daddy's going to work to create something big in life. And we're going to crush it. As you guys may or may not know, every year I do a turkey bowl at my house with my in-laws and my family. I do that for experience, not entertainment. I do it for lifelong memories. And I'm not saying, again, don't get me wrong, if this is what you enjoy, this is your thing, cool, but just know that's what it's for. But if you don't have an education line of $50,000 a year and your entertainment line's $10,000 a year, that's cool. But if it's $50,000 a year for entertainment and nothing for education, you're in trouble. Again, every year too, I take my dad, my father-in-law, my son, my brother-in-law, all these, like, we take them to sporting. I take them to the Bengals versus the Browns. I get a suite. We do it over the top. I get hotels for everybody. Not one person other than me has an education line of expense, i.e. investment. Not my dad, not my uncles, not my father-in-law, not my brother-in-law. These are all good people, but they'd rather be entertained than educated. They'd rather pay to go watch other people be amazing and then talk shit when they miss a catch. And again, you can be inspired by what's possible by a receiver or a running back or quarterback, whatever you're into. But you must have an education line. You must. You must have an education line if you're entertaining. But this always goes to show, like, as a business owner, when you're selling something or making an offer, this is very important. So please hear me out. If you want to, this is the difference between making a lot of money or very little hard money. You must sell people what they want and give them what they need. And if you want to get really crazy, sell people what they want and give them what they want. These bars are packed. I don't care. Tony Robbins, the best education, motivation, goal-driven, amazing fucking people in the world, cannot sell out 3 nights in a stadium at $400 a ticket. People are not coming across the country / the world to watch them, to bring their friends. What's cool about it, dude, they're literally grabbing 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 of their friends, bringing them to this event together. They're turning it into a thing. Are you doing that for your education? Reminds me of my buddy. I remember in high school, he always bought CDs. Some of you listening might not even know what a CD is, but a CD with music on it is like $20, $30 back then. His name was Bill. He literally, like, if you remember back in the day, they'd have like the CD cases and they have like 800 CDs, these packs. It's like, I'm like, when I would see that as a kid, I'm like, that's a lot of money. I've only bought 2 CDs in my life, ever. And I didn't buy one until I was 23 years old. And I was like stressed out buying it. It's $22. Stupid. And I'd always ask my friend Bill, I'm like, dude, why are you buying? Oh, man, I love that music. Cool. But it's on the radio every other 5 minutes. Yeah, man, but I want to listen to it on my own. But you could turn on the radio for free. See, I always understood money is a very important tool to get what you want. If you want more money, invest money in yourself, because I can make an investment in something and it could go to zero. But if I make an investment in me and I'm learning and growing, you can't take what's between my ears. I can lose on this deal, but I go to the next deal and do another deal and make more money. And then I invest more money in myself and I learn more and I learn more and I learn more. And my education is first. From tax advisors to mentorships in business to M&A attorneys and everything in between. I have mentors for everything. I don't invest in entertainment. I invest in experiences. Like I said with my father but like I do that because I want to that's the only time I see my uncles. My one uncle passed away 3 years ago. He can't be at these anymore, but it's cool to like put all these guys in a room and we talk and connect. Truth is, I don't even want to, I don't care about the sport. I care about being with the family. And what I see in Nashville, it's just real. That's why I wanted to share this with you guys. This is the stuff I think about. When I'm sitting here, I'm like, I have so much knowledge and information that could make people's lives better, but they're not willing to part money to learn. And I can't teach them if they're not willing to learn. They can't hear you. They will never hear you, right? So you have to realize, what are you selling? Sell people what they want, give them what they need. Here's a quote I saw someone post recently. I don't know when it was or who said it, but it goes something like this. If you want to waste your life, try to help people who don't want help. So as you get bigger, as you start building your business, if I'm in the HVAC business, and I'm selling the best air conditioner in the world, and you hate air conditioning, I could help you, or your air conditioning is working. I could be the best sales guy with the best product. You don't care. It doesn't matter. So I'm wasting my time. And then I think I'm doing something wrong. The only thing I'm doing wrong is selling to the wrong person. That's it. And I see a lot of you guys are selling to the wrong people. Like if you have conversions of 3% or 10%, true conversion should be in the 20, 30, 40% range, because that means they're qualified. Like when people tell me like, dude, my conversions aren't good, my first question is, what's your qualifier for a conversion? If you don't have a good qualifier, I mean, I have some where my conversions are 100% in certain buckets of my businesses. Why? Because they have to qualify to even get in the bucket. And the person qualifying them is me, not them qualifying me. By the time they're there, they're ready to buy. My job is to make sure they're a good fit for what we're doing. Does that make sense? But this is called education. What you're doing right now, I commend you. This is what life is about, what you're doing right now. You know, right now you might be like struggling or it's hurting. I get it. Every business I own today has struggled this year in some way, shape, or form. Financially, with people and staff and confusion and products. I mean, it's a lot going on. That doesn't mean there's not good days and stuff, but like there's a lot of like grind and grit right now. But I love grit because I know everyone in this game that stays in the game another year, another 2 years will prevail at a whole nother level, because it's been easy for the last 16 years, rather easy in businesses. Now it's time to dig deep. What are you made of? I've made a lot of bad decisions in business. I made a lot of bad investments, a lot of bad partnerships. But I'm not going to stop. I'm going to learn from them. I'm going to create new guardrail structures. But my education is not just learning and listening. The most important part of education is executing and getting real-time feedback. And inside of that, the reason why a lot of people don't like educating themselves in the field is because you're going to get fucking punched in the face. You're going to get blood on the field. It's going to hurt some days. Actually, the majority of the days. But when you start learning the game and start getting better, that's what's cool about the game of business. You get better as you evolve. In sports, you get worse as you get older. In business, you get better as you get older. Because what's between the ears? I promise you this. If you keep your feet moving, educate yourself, get in the game. Most importantly, stay in the game. Don't give up. Don't quit. I wanted to quit 7 times today already. I'm not quitting ever. I know that's where most people fail. They quit. It's the only way to fail in business is quit. You're going to have losses. You're going to take L's. You're going to have wins. I learn more from the losses than I do the wins every time. And every entrepreneur I know, true entrepreneur. But I want you to take a real hard look. How much are you investing in education versus how much you invest in entertainment? I don't care. Share the numbers. Share them with yourself. And if you're spending more money on entertainment than your education, shame on you. That's why you don't have what you don't want. That's why you have what you have. If you want something different, you must do something different. That's what's cool about Nashville, Tennessee, June 25th and June 26th. You are the first to hear what I'm about to share with you. I only got 2 more minutes. This will be my last event. I'm not doing any more. It's too much work. It's a lot of struggle. It's a lot. I have a lot of businesses and a lot of responsibilities. I'm not an event guy. These events lose lots of money. I do it for charity and helping. Like, I can do it on my own. This will be my last event. Lots of people, I'm coming to the next year. No, you ain't, fucker. You're a liar. You're lying to yourself. But this is it. This ain't BS. This is the truth. The tickets are $9.97 as I'm speaking to you. They are going up to $14.97 soon. If you haven't got a ticket to Nashville, you should email me, mark@markevansdm.com. Put in podcast-Nashville. Let's talk. And we'll get on the phone. mark@markevansdm.com. Or shoot me a message on Instagram @markevansdm. I want you to know, gather people, 2, 3, 4, 10 people. Bring them with you. Come as a collective. Learn together. So much to share with you. What's going on in Nashville will change your life. I can't wait to share more, but I want you to focus on E versus E. Let me know. Stay focused and keep educating. It will pay in spades. I promise you that. So with that said, thanks for the account. Peace.
I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. And I come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. Thought they should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss. I'm out here running 2 8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose. Yo, I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm Mark Evans DM. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. DM project.
This is the podcastfactory.com.